In this video, I'm going to talk about high paying night jobs you can do after work. Hi, I'm Lopez coming at you from lopezthesame.com. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions and people have been wanting to know what they can do outside of work. Is there something that I can possibly get into that's worth my time? Could be on the weekends, could be in the late afternoons. So I'm gonna tell you what I did and how I got started. Um, this was about 15 years ago. I got into direct sales. Some people call it MLM, network marketing, and I was pretty successful at doing that. I did it for a couple years. I'm thinking probably like 7, 8 years. And then the company changed their pay plan, and that's pretty much where I exited, because that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But I was happy that I got involved in the direct sales. And when I say direct sales, I'm talking to companies like Amway, Shackley, Melaleuca, Avon, companies like that. I like those companies. But the only thing that I didn't like at the time is I had a lot of people that I enrolled, that I recruited. And see, when they changed the pay plan, that cut my income in half. And that's the only income that I had. And I built it for over a 7-year time period. So outside of work, that was the only income I had. So that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Now, the reason why I was happy that I did it is because it forced me to grow. And it forced me to learn how to be a copywriter. Now, when I say being a copywriter, I'm not talking about copyrights, like when it comes to movies, video, music, publishing, not like that. I'm talking like you actually write in sales letters. You learn direct response. You learn how to prospect, get your own leads, without having a cold call and do all this stuff. And when I learned how to write, that pretty much changed the game, because there's a lot of people in the business opportunity realm. They don't know how to get their own leads. They don't know how to prospect. This is why I was able to enroll and recruit so many people in my MLM company at the time. Because what I used to do is I created a system. Basically, I use street signs. I use booklets, 800 numbers, brochures, newsletters at the time. That's how I prospect people. I got people to prospect me instead of the other way around. So what I did is every piece of content that I had, whether it was a newsletter, 800 number, flyer, sticker, whatever, I pushed people to a presentation at the time. So by the time they was done with their presentation, by the time they called me, it was ready to enroll into my MLM company at the time. So that's what I did. So from there, once I've got pretty confident at what I was doing, I started to work with real estate agents, because a lot of real estate agents have the same problem. They don't know how to find people that want to buy houses. So I helped them do the same thing as I did for myself. And that's where I started making a whole lot of money. Because, the concept is, if you help a lot of other people get what they want, you get what you want. They get the clients. The real estate agents get the people that want to buy houses and I collect the money. That's how it was. That's how I got started back then. And the best part about it is I did this outside of work. I didn't have to take off. I didn't have to quit my full-time job. I did this after work, in the afternoon, or on the weekends. And what if I had to go see a real estate agent and sit down and talk to them or consult with them, I just made an appointment with them on the day that was convenient for both of us, and we worked out the time. So that's how I got started. I got started as a copywriter, and I would highly recommend you get into some type of creative field. It could be writing, it could be designing, it could be programming, it could be something that doesn't require you can be flexible. Doesn't require you to actually work a 9 to 5 outside of your job. Doesn't require you. You can still get things done without hitting the clock. Get into the tech space, I would say. See, I always say that the best way, probably the fastest way to make more money is to start where you're at. At your job, 9 times out of 10, there's somebody there that you can help that require your skill set. There's something that you already know how to do that requires your skill set. But you're not looking at it like that because you go to the job, you hate the job more than likely. You're not really thinking about the possibilities that you could be getting into at this job. And I say when it's somebody at your job, you don't necessarily have to be working with this person. This person could just show up, register every day or every other day, or how often you see this person. They register with your company, and they come in and they take care of their business and leave. But you really don't know who this person is because you haven't taken the time to get to know this person. But there's something that you know how to do that somebody's willing to pay for 9 times out of 10. But you haven't really taken the time to talk to a lot of these people, and you probably haven't really taken the time to acquire a skill set that 9 times out of 10 you already have that somebody's willing to pay for. Because there's something that you already know how to do that comes easy to you, but not so easy to everybody else. So it's taken me a long time. It took me a long time to work that out, to learn what I'm good at that that's difficult to other people. So mine was writing, copywriting for me, because I looked at it like, okay, if I got good at getting my own leads, creating my own leads, if I can draw a crowd, if I got good at doing that, I can start any kind of business. If I have the right support system around me, I could start any type of business. So what I used to do I used to place ads. Basically, I still do the same thing today. I place ads. I used to place newspaper ads. And when people call, I got their address and I sent them a newsletter. And I let the newsletter do the prospecting. This is what I did back in the day, and I'm still doing the same thing online. The only difference is I'm in a different niche. I'm in a different area of expertise. I'm just giving different information versus being in the opportunity niche. That's the only thing. So I would recommend you get into technology. That's where the real money is going to be made within the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years. and get good at 1 to 2 things. Don't be a jack of all trades. Because if you're a jack of all trades, you're going to be a jack of not doing anything. Get good at 1 to 2 things. And when you're good at when you get good at one thing, real good, then you move on to the second thing. That's what I would recommend. And I would say anything that's flexible. And let me tell you what else I did. Once I was confident enough as far as my writing skills and copywriting and everything, I transitioned that into selling stuff on Amazon. So I became an Amazon seller. So what I used to, now to get the products to sell on Amazon and eBay, what I used to do was go to yard sales. I used to go to yard sales mostly on the weekends, or if I'm off on a Friday or something like that, Thursday or Friday, but mostly on weekends. I used to go to yard sales, garage sales, and I used to buy stuff for low and sell it for high. I used to flip it. I used to try to flip anything. You name it. Anything that I thought that someone, anything of value anyway, it can't be junk. Anything that I thought people were willing to pay for, I tried to flip it. So it could be clothes, toys, electronics, you name it. I tried to flip it. And Craigslist at the time wasn't as big as it is today. But Craigslist kind of got big after that. I got started. And I started putting stuff on Craigslist, and people were calling much faster than eBay. And my responses on Craigslist was much faster, basically. And you can, thing I like about Craigslist is there's local people on Craigslist. That's what I like about it. Now, of course, Amazon and eBay, it's not so much like that. It's not built like that. But Craigslist is. So you can deal with local people. So somebody can call you on Craigslist today and buy from you today and come pick up what you have to offer today. So I like that. I like the idea that I can put something on Amazon I can put something on Craigslist today and get paid today. I like that. So with the skills that I have in copywriting, I've been able to leverage those skills in other areas to create more money, create more opportunity. So, this is this is something that I did when I was working a full-time job at the time. And I didn't have to change my schedule or do anything to interfere with my full-time job at the time. I didn't really have to stay up late. I didn't really have to do anything. Everything was, all I had to do was just manage and make the best of my time. I didn't cold call. I didn't do any of that stuff. There's a lot of people that cold call, but I don't know what to say to these people. I'd rather bring people to me. I'd rather bring the market to me. I don't know what to say to the strangers on the sidewalk and cold calling and the 3-step rule. I don't know anything about that. That stuff. I've tried a lot of things. A lot of that stuff just doesn't work for me personally. What works is prospecting, placing ads, creating a system that sorts, filters through people, pre-qualifies people, and by the time they call me, by the time I get them on the phone, they're motivated and ready to do business. That's what works. So hey, any questions, any concerns, Leave your comments below. Subscribe if you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.